Morning, morning, morning announcements. I hope you're awake now with
Yes.
Millie.
Mr. I.
Today is
Friday, June 12th.
woohoo! Did you know that today is National
Red Rose Day.
Jerky Day?
Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Yum.
Yum, yum. Warm peanut butter cookies.
Definitely.
And Loving Day. And if you want an interesting story, go ahead and look up the origins of Loving Day. Cool story. Happy birthday to Emily.
She's a junior. She shares her birthday with former British Prime Minister Anthony Eden,
Former United States President George H.W. Bush,
Jewish diarist and victim of the Holocaust, Anne Frank,
actor Jim Nabors,
and musician Kenny Wayne Shepherd. This is Ray J with the Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic to which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Ray J.
This is Word on the Street with Mrs. Waara.
Hi, it's Mrs. Waara here with your word on the street. And today's word is blowing away. It was pollination. Did you see that? Okay, so today's word is pollination, and I'm going to share with you some guests we have down here on our cranberry box. So the word pollination is a noun, and it means the transfer of pollen to a stigma ovule flower or plant to allow fertilization. And the reason we have these boxes down here right now is we bring in some bees to come help us with pollination during this time of the year. So in order to for the flowers to get a berry, we actually have to have them be pollinated. So the bees, what they do is they transfer from flower to flower, carrying pollen on their little hind legs with them. And then what they bring back to the hive, there's queens in there. Oh, I just got dive bombed by one of the bees. So they're pretty friendly. They're not really interested in people right now because, well, I wouldn't say they're friendly. They're not interested in people because there's all these flowers out here on the cranberry box that they would rather be taking care of than me. But it is a cloudy day, so they're not as busy right now. But if I come closer, I can show you. They're working pretty hard in there. So today's word on the street, coming from Grayland Cranberry Bogs and honeybee hives, is pollination.
So, boy, Mrs. Ward, did you send some bees my way? Oh, be careful out there. Anyways, thank you for that word on the street. I learned something new today.
Daily quote. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. By Ronald Reagan.
This was shared with us by high school teacher, Mrs. Quimby. Thanks for sharing those words. So true.
This is the third part of my interview with Larkin Poe. Enjoy. What instrument did you first start to play?
Violin for both of us. Our mother put us in violin lessons when I was 3 and Megan was 4. And from violin, we then picked up some piano. And then I got into mandolin and banjo when I was probably 12 or 13. And then Megan picked up the dobro, the lap steel guitar. It's a slide guitar. Do you play any instruments, Millie?
I used to play the guitar, but I haven't really gotten into it. But
yeah? Did it hurt your fingers? Why have you kind of slowed down on your guitaring?
Well, I was playing it, and then I got another guitar, and then I started playing the piano a little bit. I never took lessons or anything, but I just never got to the lessons for the guitar. So it's a little bit harder to learn. To actually learn how to play it. So
yeah, and it's just like anything else in life. Learning how to do something when you obviously don't know how to do it at the beginning. It's hard to be bad at something, and it's hard to know how to push yourself sometimes. So having teachers is really helpful. I think that was really important for us, having someone, just like your teachers in school, to have somebody to guide you and help you know what to do. That's really important. But I would encourage you to go back and keep messing around with the piano, keep playing with the guitar, because it's such a wonderful way when you're, older. It's something you will cherish your whole life, to have, a little piece of creativity in your life that you can play with.
But
and
piano's a great one.
Oh,
to
I
start
love
with.
piano.
Great.
Yeah, I'm not so good at piano anymore because I don't play it very much. But I would thoroughly advise you to keep messing around.
Yeah. Did you ever take singing lessons?
I maybe took 1 or 2 singing lessons. When we were little, we sang in choirs. The homeschool harmony.
Yeah, we did sing in the choir, and our mom taught us to sing harmony. So she kind of sat us kids around the piano and taught us to sing. But we've never had like lessons in singing.
But it always, it's something that I think is interesting when people say that they're bad singers, and they say, "Oh, I only sing in the shower." And as someone who just opens their mouth and just sings, there's no such thing as a really good or a bad singer. I think the human voice is beautiful, however it comes out. So even if you think you're a bad singer, whoever is out there listening, no, allow yourself to sing. It's your own unique voice, and it's important to be heard. So
There's been plenty of technically bad singers that have done some amazing things with music over the years.
It could maybe Bob Dylan,
Yeah,
or maybe Tom Waits. People who have unusual voices, but
voices with a lot of character.
But they don't let it slow them down. They go for it. They sing. They express themselves.
Yeah. Megan, why did you start playing the slide guitar?
I tried playing the guitar. I tried playing mandolin. But there was something about having to use frets with an instrument didn't mix well with me. So I heard slide being played, and I just immediately knew that was the sound I had been looking for. And picked it up, and it immediately clicked with me. Just love it.
What do you hold in your left hand when you're playing?
My left, it's a slide. I wish I had it here right now to show you. It's actually what I use to make the notes. So it's just a metal bar that creates the note.
It's really heavy. It's
made
made
from
of
stainless steel. Yeah.
So it probably weighs,
I don't know,
like half a pound or something. It's like, I think about this big. It's kind of like a Snickers bar, like cut in half out of metal.
Yeah. How old were you when you started playing music and touring?
Touring and playing music.
We started playing violin when we were 3 and 4, so pretty young. But then when we actually started playing the instruments we play now,
we were 14, 15 years old, and it was a hobby for us. It was something that we did with our eldest sister, Jessica, the sister that lives in Bellingham. She was a violinist in the band, and she sang all the lead vocals for us. And so the three of us, we were the 3 musketeers, and we would go out and we would play for people and sing and just have a good time. And even then we didn't really think about doing it professionally. So we just had a great time with playing music.
How much traveling did you used to do at first?
When we first started, we were actually very fortunate to get to tour a lot. And I don't think at the time that we thought it was unusual just because we didn't have any experience, but we actually performed on a radio show on National Public Radio. There is a radio personality called Garrison Keeler, and so he had a show where he would bring kids on for his talent competition, 12 to 20 talent competition. And so we went on and played for that show, and about 4 or 5 million people listened to that show across the country and around the world. So we wound up winning the competition, and then that led us to playing shows around the U.S. And we're so grateful for that opportunity. We got to play in our first year as a band maybe
100 shows.
100 shows, which was a lot. So it just goes to show you never know what to expect from your life. You have to be willing to roll with the punches the universe throws and take opportunities when they come to you.
Yeah. How much time do you spend practicing and writing when you're not recording and touring?
That's a great question. We actually spend a lot of time practicing, mostly because we started a YouTube series called Tip of the Hat. And in this series, we learn other people's songs and perform them as Larkin Poe. And that has been a really great way to keep practicing, because when you're doing something for your living, sometimes it's hard to take the time to continue to better yourself at your craft because you're so busy with all the other stuff, running the business and doing this and answering the emails. And so this was a great way for Megan and I to make sure that we were continuing to get better at singing and playing. And if you ever have any requests, Millie, just let us know and we'll see what we can do.
Thanks, Millie. Hey, I got a question for you.
Have at it.
Were you nervous interviewing them?
A little bit, but they're really easy to talk to.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
If you'd like to learn more about Larkin Poe, here is their website below. And don't forget, their album is out today.
Woohoo!
Crazy laws. In Maine, a game of chance called Beano is regulated. The law says that a person may assist players by playing their cards while they take a bathroom break.
That is a crazy law, but in high-stake games of Beano, you can't assist players when they take a bathroom break. How about that for a crazy law?
I guess you just have to hold it in your stuff. This is Grayson with the weather.
Hello and welcome to today's morning announcement. I'm your host of today's Ocosta News Weather, Grayson Bearden. But first, let's go over yesterday's weather.
As you can see, we had some mostly cloudy weather yesterday. Our high was around 62 degrees and our low was around 52. It was a pleasant day. And now back to Grayson in the studio.
Thank you, Amelia, for that recap of yesterday's weather. And now for today's. Our high is going to be around 59 degrees and our low will be around 50 degrees. We are forecasted to have rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day. There's a 40% chance of rain. Our winds will be from the west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our sunrise at 5:21 a.m. and our sunset will be at 9:11 p.m. Our low tides are at 12:14 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. Our high tides are at 5:59 a.m. and 7:28 p.m. And that's all for today's edition of Ocosta News Weather for the Friday, June 12th morning announcements. Hopefully you can get outside today and enjoy the outdoors. Thank you, stay safe, and have a great day.
Whoa, Grayson, it looks like Amelia found your raspberry beret. Nice hair, dude. You put your finger in the light socket again? Dubs got out from Mrs. Hatton's house. Dubs has been out and about in Westport having its picture taken. Can you guess where Dubs is in this picture?
Stay tuned in to find the answer.
Here's another segment by the bored scientist.
Hello and welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of The Bored Scientist. I'm your bored scientist for today, Mr. Roper, and today I like to call fun with chemical reactions. Two of my favorite chemicals are baking soda and vinegar. We have two activities today, and we're going to use those chemicals to inflate a balloon without using your lungs. And the second activity we're going to have to do outside, because we're going to kind of make rockets using those. Alright, so we're going to have to use our protective eye gear too. Alright, let's begin. Here are the materials that we're going to need today. Of course, our chemicals, baking soda and vinegar. We're going to need a funnel to put those chemicals in easily. And then we're going to need a water bottle and some balloons.
Thank you, Mr. Roper. I'm gonna have to try this experiment sometime. They look pretty cool.
Maybe you should do it when your mom's gone.
Good idea.
And if you make a mess, just blame it on Ava.
Oh, I was gonna do that anyways.
Not only is Larkin Poe coming out with a new album today, but one of our former high school teachers, Mr. John Ecoff, has got a new book out. You can find it on Amazon.com now. It's called A Work in Progress, Stories and Poems and Memoir. I ordered mine today. I can't wait to get it.
If you'd like to contact us, new ideas here, emails below. Thank you for watching our morning announcements. And don't forget, Deb's at the new Dollar General in Westport. See you next time on Ocosta News.
And remember, be a good kid. Do the right thing.
See ya.
Here. Oh, I thought I was supposed to do it.
Have at it, man.